Previously, bully boy named Seichi is given extraordinary powers, one of which turns wild animals into hot girls. He unwillingly creates the most beautiful harem in the kingdom and becomes a true hero. Demon lords are upset because of Seichi's presence, especially when they find out he defeated the dragon god, and that he is located in the kingdom they need to cooperate with. The captains are all shocked to hear that, since they know just how strong the dragon god was. Lucia says that this is yet another reason for demons and humans to come together instead of fighting all the time. All of the captains accept Lucia's decree, and when Kree's objects once more, they make it clear they will not stand for his attitude towards the demon lord's daughter. Kree storms out of the meeting, upset that this might get in the way of his plans. Meanwhile, the Valkyries bring Seichi to the castle, where they explain that they brought him here for his reward as he won the Royal Cup. The whole arresting part is just for show, so they can bring him in quickly and without question, seeing as their free time is very limited. Removing his restraints, they introduce Seichi to Louise, the beautiful and strong captain of the Valkyries. But instead of getting to know each other, Louise immediately challenges Seichi to a match. Louise's swordsmanship is outstanding, and she forces Seichi back with her skill. But this only causes Seichi to once again develop new skills that help him turn the tide of the battle. With one masterful counter, he disarms Louise and wins their friendly bout. Louise immediately starts referring to Seichi as her master, asking him to train her. She explains that she was born with a gift that lets her learn sword techniques with ease, but that has distanced her from others as her power made her seem unreachable. Knowing how much it sucks to be lonely, Seichi accepts her request to become her teacher. At that moment, a maid comes to alert the Valkyries that the king has been attacked by an assassin. Louise and the others rush to the king's side, while telling Seichi to leave as they do not want to involve him into a dangerous affair. But as soon as they leave, Seichi uses his newly gained skill to locate the assassin, deciding he will get himself involved anyway. Thanks to the overpowered skill, Seichi is able to not only discern the location of the assassin, but also learn that her name is Oliga and she is currently enslaved. Seichi successfully intercepts her, and once it becomes apparent that she is not going to give up without a fight, he knocks her out as gently as possible. Handing her over to the Valkyries, Seichi is told that Oliga placed a curse of eternal slumber on the king, and there is no one who can undo that curse. Seichi decides to try and help them, and is quite shocked when he realizes that the king is no one else but Rand's, the same guy he confined to in the cafe. Using his ability to create any spell that he envisions, Seichi creates a spell that reverses the effect of the curse, effectively turning the eternal slumber into eternal health. Upon regaining his senses, Rand is grateful to Seichi for his help and decides to grant him any reward that he requests of him. Meanwhile, things are not going well at the Barbator Magic Academy, as some of the heroes are happy to bully other normal students who are not strong enough to oppose them. Seichi's childhood friend, Karen, who is also the student council president, is concerned about it, but she cannot seem to convince the upperclassmen to behave. Because of that, she is worried about the future they will have in this world if they only acquire negative reputation. Seichi spends some time talking with Rand, learning that he hopes to create a world where demons and humans can live together in peace, and in that regard he has already made efforts to ally with Lucia. Over in the Kaiser Empire, the king gets attacked by an unknown assailant. While Zekia is sent to deal with it, the king reveals that he is behind the assassin sent after Rand. Conversing with his court wizard, he elaborates on his hatred towards the king of the Wimberg kingdom, as his alliance with the demons would render the summoning of heroes pointless. Back in the Wimberg castle, Saria, Altria, and Lulun have come to check up on Seichi, since he has been missing for a while. There they learn that Louise has devoted herself to become Seichi's pupil. While interrogating Oliga, they decide to go easy on her, knowing that she is under the effect of a slave collar. She shows them what happens if someone tries to remove it, which causes a strong jolt of electricity to run through her body. King of the Kaiser Empire learns that Oliga failed to assassinate Rand, and in order to make her not reveal any secrets, he orders his court wizard to send her the order to end her own life. Meanwhile, Zekia contemplates why he is fighting for the Kaiser Empire, remembering his encounter with the would-be assassin who tried to shoot the king. After chasing the culprit down, Zekia learned that his name is Sheen, and that he is determined to kill the king because the king is responsible for the death of his wife. It turns out that Sheen's wife was a demon, and when the king decreed for all demons to be exterminated, some soldiers came by and killed her on the spot while she was only selling some flowers. Their encounter ended up in a draw as Sheen successfully retreated into the darkness. The order for Oliga to take her own life does not come in time thanks to Seichi, who is able to create a spell that destroys the enslavement collar. Olga starts shedding tears of happiness once she realizes that she is finally free. To thank them, she gladly reveals her story, explaining that she is from the Kaiser Empire, where beast folk like her are persecuted. She was separated from her parents and turned into an assassin, after which she obeyed her master and killed a lot of people. Olga claims that her hands are stained with blood, but Seichi consoles her, telling her that she is not to blame for the assassinations, but the Empire that made her do them. He promises to protect her from the Empire and decides to take her along, telling her to think of him as her big brother. It is revealed that the court wizard from the Kaiser Empire is conspiring together with Kreese in order to bring back the Demon Lord. As a result of that, a large amount of monsters have suddenly appeared on the border of Wimberg Kingdom. Responding to the threat, all of the Valkyries move out to join with the Black Paladin and his forces, who is requesting aid to combat the monsters. Seichi is asked to protect the town while Louise and her forces are away, which Seichi happily agrees to do. The Holy Mage and the principal of the Barbador Academy, Barnabas, has come to the Wimberg Kingdom in order to meet with Ranz. He tells him that the heroes summoned by the Kaiser Empire have been causing a lot of trouble at his academy and he is unsure what to do about it. Seichi figures that those must be his former classmates, but before he can speak up, a soldier rushes in with an urgent report. A horde of strong monsters has been spotted close to the town and they are about to attack. With the elite forces away, Ranz enlists the aid of the Adventurers Guild in defense of the town. The news of the invasion reached Louise and the Black Paladin, but they are both occupied with their own battle at the border. To help defend the town, Seria, Altria, Lulun, and Olga volunteer to join the fray. As the monsters approach, Gussel spearheads the defending forces, clashing against the monsters before they can reach the walls. Seichi stays on the walls next to Ranz and Barnabas, overseeing the situation and making sure the king is safe. He is surprised at how strong the perverted adventurers from the guild actually are, as they are able to repel the attacking monsters without Seichi's help, with Barnabas wrapping things up by using his devastating spells. Just as they start celebrating their successful defense, another, larger wave of even stronger monsters appears. The new wave of monsters is too much for the defenders to handle and they start getting overwhelmed. Worried about his friends and companions, Seichi comes up with a solution that will help them. Using his skill to create magic, he envisions a spell that will target only those he deems to be harmful, not placing his allies in danger from the wide area of effect spell. Once the spell is cast, it takes a while for it to activate, but as it does, it successfully bombards the entire battlefield, eradicating all of the monsters while not harming any of his allies. With a minor exception, as he did believe that the perverts from the guild are harmful. Since Seichi defeated an enormous amount of monsters at once, his ability to harvest and learn everything from them overwhelms him for a moment. This powers him up even more, much to his despair, as he does not want to get even more overpowered than he already is. Absolutely astounded by his magical power, Barnabas invites Seichi to come to his academy as a teacher and help him out with his predicament. Seichi agrees under the condition that Seria, Altria, Lulun, and Olga are allowed to come to the academy as well. Barnabas is more than happy to oblige that request, excited at the prospect of having someone as gifted as Seichi at his academy. While waiting on Louise and her Valkyries to return from the border, Seichi spends his days going on dates with his girls. While spending quality time with them, Seichi sees the announcement of the art competition. Mei did enter it after all, and she is placed first with a drawing of Seichi riding on Lulun in her donkey form. After she is done with her speech, she approaches Seichi and thanks him for being her inspiration. This competition landed her an invitation to an art school in another city, where she will be going next. She promises to Seichi that she will make a painting of him as her first proper work of art when she returns. The Valkyries return from their battle, and Louise thanks Seichi for protecting the town and the king in her absence. Hearing that he will be leaving to teach at the academy, she wishes him all the best. While Seichi and his group of girls are leaving for the academy, Kreese and another demon named Lester are reprimanded by the Demon Lord's spirit for delaying his resurrection. Lester reveals that their next target will be the children that attend the Barbador Magic Academy, as their deaths will sow despair all over the world, which is exactly what the Demon Lord needs for his successful return. Hey, thank you for staying all the way till the end. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. It takes only a second, but it means everything to us. Have a great day and see you in the next video.